What's up everybody, Watt007 here, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Leak video. In today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Leak video, we have a ton of content to talk about. First things first, for today's leak video, I'm going to be talking about some of the NPC cards getting used in the newest Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links event, 5D's Chronicles Attack of the Dark Signer. I wanted to do a quick little mention on that event, talk about my thoughts and opinions on it, and take a look at some of the NPC cards that are not going to be attainable to us anytime soon, but are still pretty cool to check out, especially because some of them are related to the girl Misty Treadwell. We're also going to talk about some new reward cards for the next rank PP season in May. We have 2 new reward cards and we have a bunch of reprints to take a look at, so that's going to be awesome. And last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at some brand new cards that got rarity changes. And every time Konami does rarity changes to existing cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links that were originally used by NPCs and not attainable to the players, that means that they're going to consider adding these rarity change cards to the players sometime down the road. For example, in one of my previous leak videos, Miscellaneous Saurus had a rarity change out of nowhere and he got his rarity change to UR, and thanks to that, now he's going to be getting added into the new box Truth Universe that's coming out very soon. So the fact that these cards have a bunch of rarity changes means that I want to discuss about them because we have some really cool stuff to discuss about. So without further ado, let's go hop into today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Leak video. If you guys are excited, you know what to do. Hit the like button in the video down below and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. But of course, you can wait and like and subscribe until you watch the entire video. Without further ado though, let's go hop into it. So first things first, I wanted to talk about all the new NPC cards that got added into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links for the Duel Chronicle event that's going on in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links right now. And I gotta say that these cards are really cool, and it would be super cool in the future if these would be attainable to the players. First of all, we have the rest of the Earthbound Immortals that are not in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links yet. We have Misty's Earthbound Immortal, Greiger's Earthbound Immortal, Roman's Earthbound Immortal, and Divak's Earthbound Immortals. Hopefully the rest of the Dark Signers will get or become unlockable sometime down the road for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. That'd be awesome right there. We also have a bunch of Greiger cards in the game. We have all his little reactor cards, and I would love to see these be attainable in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links either through a Greiger unlock event or through a new box sometime down the road. So I could easily see sometime down the road, months from now, we'll get another rarity change update and all these reactor cards get a bunch of rarity changes, and then that would hopefully hint towards Greiger being added into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which would be awesome. We also have Rally's card Turbo Booster, since he appeared in the event real quick, so that's cool to see Turbo Booster. I'd love to see if that card would be attainable in the game because it's a really cool card. We also have Misty's Dragon Queen of the Tragic Endings. I hope that we get this card and her Earthbound Immortal through a Misty Treadwell unlock event. Konami, make it happen, please. I want Misty so bad. I'm extremely happy that she's in the current event right now, but still, it's just like, I want her in the game as an unlockable character. Make all the Dark Signers unlockable. That'd be amazing. We also have 2 fusion cards that are used by some of the NPCs. We have Ignition Beast Vulcan and Blaze Phoenix the Burning Bombing Bird. I don't know if either of these cards will get added into Duel Links anytime soon because these are very powerful pyro machine monsters that do a lot of effect damage. But if they do get added to the game, I want to be completely against it because they are pretty cool cards. I like using Blaze Phoenix and Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. So we got 2 cards right there. We also have some Synchro Monsters, Dark Flat Top, and we have Dark Strike Fighter. Very interesting cards. We also have some interesting spell cards like Terraforming. Terraforming was used by the Dark Signers so that they can search out for field spell cards so that they can easily summon their Earthbound Immortals. That's why Terraforming is in this list right here. I don't think Terraforming is going to get added to Duel Links as an attainable card anytime soon, but it's so cool to see. We also have a card called Spider's Lair, and we have a couple trap cards, Fake Explosion and Equip Shot. So very interesting cards, that is for sure. And my final thoughts on the new Duel Chronicle event, Attack of the Dark Signers. I gotta say that it is a fantastic event. I'd say it's probably like an 8 out of 10 event because of the fact that it would have been really cool to see the Dark Signers had custom artwork instead of just battling the Earthbound Immortals. It just felt kind of odd that they only gave little chibis to Rex Goodwin, Callan Kessler, and Carly Carmine, and then made the rest of the Dark Signers just battling the Earthbound Immortal. It would have been really cool to see all of them have chibis. I would have really liked that, that's for sure. But it is what it is. I understand why that didn't happen either. It's because Konami didn't want to make the artwork for all these other characters yet. And fingers crossed that maybe they're saving the different character artwork for the rest of Dark Signers as unlockable characters in the future. But of course, as you guys know, I really want my girl Misty Treadwell in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and man, I would have been so happy if she had a chibi made for her like Callan and Carly and Rex did. I would be so hyped for that, that's for sure. But still, it's a really good event. The event scenario was awesome. I loved all the effort that they did put into the event. Even though they did slack in some departments of the event, there was still a lot of really cool stuff. All the dual fields that you could battle in were really cool, and just battling all the Dark Signers in the event was so much fun. And the card rewards are not bad at all. Getting Majestic Stardust Dragon is just such an awesome reward card to get, and I really did enjoy the event. It was a ton of fun to play through. Really wish Misty had a chibi in the event and had some custom artwork, but it is what it is right there. But yeah, that event, loved the event, really good one, that's for sure. So next up in today's leak video, I'm going to be discussing about all the new ranked PP rewards for May. These ranked PP rewards will be attainable through the ranked PP tickets that you get from winning duels in the game. And first things first, let's go discuss about the reprints. So Insect Queen is going to be a reprinted card that you can attain with UR ranked PP tickets, so that's cool. We have Phantom Beast Crosswing, which is going to be reprinted for the SR ranked PP tickets, so if you want to get a couple copies of him, save up some SR ranked PP tickets. Jigen Bakudan, completely butchered this card's name, but this card is going to get reprinted with the rare rank PP ticket, so if you want to get this card, save up some rare rank PP tickets. And then the last reprint that we have right here is this Meat Giant card right here. Don't know how to pronounce the first part of this card's name, but this card is getting reprinted and you can attain it with your normal rank PP ticket. Next up, we have two brand new cards that you can attain with your UR and SR rank PP tickets, and the first card I'm going to discuss about is Hidden Passage, which will be attainable with SR rank PP tickets. This card is a continuous spell card that states all level 2 or lower spellcaster type monsters you control with attack lower than a face-up monster opponent controls with the lowest attack and attack your opponent directly. I don't really have any ideas on how useful this card could be. I think Blue Boy would be a decent candidate for Hidden Passage possibly, but there's probably some weird level 2 or lower spellcaster monster that I personally don't know about that could possibly use this card to its full potential. So if you guys have any good ideas with Hidden Passage, be sure to tell me in the comment section down below, but this card is going to be attainable with SR rank PP tickets. And then last but not least, when it comes to the new rank PP rewards, we have Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon, which will be a reward that you can get with a UR rank PP ticket, and this card is very interesting. So this is a level 10 light machine fusion monster. To fusion summon to this card, you need VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon and an Armed Dragon level 7 to fusion summon into this monster. You can probably use King of the Swamp to make it a little easier to summon to this card, but nonetheless, this card's ability states must be first special summon from your extra deck during a duel where you use special summon both the above card by banishing the above cards on your field and our graveyard. You do not have to use polymerization. Never mind, do not use King of the Swamp to summon into this card. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects with the same name as any banished card. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish one card from your deck or extra deck face up, banish all cards your opponent controls and is in their graveyard. This card is 3,500 attack and 3,000 defense. Now, I gotta say that this card's effect is actually extremely powerful. When you activate its effect once per turn during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish one card from your deck or extra deck face up, banish all cards your opponent controls and in their graveyard. That's an extremely powerful effect, so you can shut down your opponent's combos and whatnot. And while that effect is extremely powerful, let me tell you what, boys and girls, this card is almost impossible to summon into. This is basically a win more card if you do somehow get this card on the field. The fact that you have to do a contact fusion with VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon and Armed Dragon level 7 is going to make this card extremely hard to summon into, because VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon is also a card that you need to do a contact summon, so you need to fusion summon VW Tiger Catapult and XYZ Dragon Cannon even to summon the first fusion monster, and then to get Armed Dragon level 7 you're gonna have to level up your Armed Dragon level 5 to Armed Dragon level 7 to get this to just have that card as a material to summon into the Armed Dragon Catapult Cannon. But no, if you get this card out on the field, you'll definitely win your duel because it just has a very powerful effect. You can attack your opponent with 3,500 attack, and by the time you even summon this card, your opponent should have less than 3,500 attack, and you just auto win the duel right there. So this card is not going to be broken by any means because it's just nearly impossible to summon into, but it is still something to definitely watch out for if your opponent does summon it against you. Now let's go to discuss about all of the cards that got rarity changes and are most likely going to get added as attainable cards sometime in the future in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links in the next couple months. And the first card we're going to discuss about is Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. This card got changed to a UR rarity, and this card states it's a level 7 Dark Dragon Fusion monster. It takes Dark Magician Girl plus 1 Dragon monster. Must be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials or with the Eye Timaeus. Once per turn, a quick effect, you can send one card from your hands to the graveyard, then target a face-up card on the field, destroy the target. This card has 2,600 attack and 1,700 defense. And my thoughts on this card, I either could see this being added in a future mini box in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links or possibly a reward for DSOD Yugi. A lot of people have been theorizing in the community that in late May, instead of getting Agami as an unlockable character, we'd be getting DSOD Yugi as an unlockable character. And honestly, Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight doesn't seem that bad of a just free reward card. So I could see that, because I don't think this card is broken by any means. If not though, if Konami wanted to have a good cover art card for their next mini box, I could also see Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight being a cover art card. So cool card, that's for sure. Definitely worth the UR rarity. It ain't broken by any means, but still a very cool card of the game, and I wouldn't mind collecting this and adding it to my Duel Links collection. So that's one of the first rarity changes that we're going to discuss about in today's video. So the next card that we're going to take a look at is Spellbook of Wisdom, which got changed to a UR rarity, and this card is a quick play spell card with the effect. You can target one spellcaster monster on the field, then activate one of these effects. That face of monster is unaffected by spell effects this turn, or you can give it the effect, that face of monster is unaffected by trap effects this turn. And I gotta say, this card is really cool. Now, first things first, if this card would get added into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I could easily see this being a UR card for a future mini box Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Most of the other spellbook support cards that we have in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and just to build spellbooks is actually from a mini box anyways, so I could easily see them doing that theme, but just kind of keeping all the spellbook cards in just in different mini boxes. Another thing too is that Spellbook of Wisdom is honestly not that bad of a card, and I see why that they gave it the UR rarity. One thing that spellcasters can just definitely use is that they can use Spellbook of Wisdom in a spellcaster deck, so Dark Magician could use this and it would give them a good boost. Or if you did want to play it in the spellbook deck, since it is a quick play spell card, you could get the spellbook card in the graveyard and then go for your spellbook combos, like having another spellbook card in the graveyard to activate Fate. Spellbook of Wisdom would be a great card too. One, give your spellcaster monsters immunity and get another spellbook card in the graveyard to go for your other spellbook cards like Fate. So that's awesome right there. And then yeah, if this card was added into the game, spellbooks get a huge boost by this card because your spellbook decks can now have immunity from spell effects and trap effects this turn, which will help you out potentially getting that last attack that you need for a duel. And since it is a quick play spell card, you can chain this card to your opponent's activated effect. So if your opponent did activate a spell effect, you can chain Spellbook of Wisdom to then give your monster immunity from a spell effect this turn. And I think it would also work for the trap effects, but I forgot what the exact term is called. But basically, depending on like the spell speed or something like that, I don't think it would work all the time, but there should be some opportunities where you could chain Spellbook of Wisdom with that trap effect thing too. So you can chain the card, you can give it to a Dark Magician deck, give it to a spellbook deck, and it would be a really good card. So definitely something to take a look at. And like I already mentioned, I definitely see this card as a UR card in a future mini box. So very cool right there. Next card we're going to take a look at is an SR card called Advanced Dark. This is a field spell card that states all Crystal Beast monsters on the field and graveyard become dark. If an ultimate crystal monster attacks, negate the effects of the attack target during that battle phase. During damage calculation, if a crystal beast monster you control battles and you would take damage, you can send one crystal beast monster from your deck to the graveyard. You take no battle damage from that battle. Now for my predictions on Advanced Dark, I could either see this being in some event for Jesse in the future, or I could see this being added into a future mini box in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, especially because we actually got some crystal beast cards in the new main box Truth universe. So Advanced Dark is interesting right there. Another thing that Advanced Dark is pretty good with is that if you have any of your boss monsters for your Crystal Beast deck out on the field, Advanced Dark gives them that bonus of ultimate crystal monster attacks, negate the effects of the attack target during the battle phase. So that's awesome right there. And then also with the effect during damage calculation, if a Crystal Beast monster you control battles and you would take damage, you can send a Crystal Beast monster from deck to the graveyard and take no battle damage from the battle. That's extremely useful because then you can get a bunch of Crystal Beast monsters in the graveyard to then summon into your Rainbow Dragon or your Rainbow Dark Dragon. So Advanced Dark is pretty good for the deck, and I could see this being added, like I said, in a Jesse event or in a future mini box. Next up, we have another SR card right here that got a rarity change called D Counter. This is a normal trap card that states when a Destiny Hero monster you control is targeted for attack, you can destroy the attacking monster. So basically, this is just a Sakuraku armor except for Destiny Heroes only. Even if this card does get added into Duel Links, I really don't see Destiny Heroes using it, and I'm not too sure where this card would be because I don't think it's like, I mean, I guess it is a box-worthy card because it does destroy a monster when your opponent attacks into your Destiny Hero monster, because you can destroy it. But other than that, it's like, you would just rather rock like a Fiendish Chain or like just any other like trapper spell card in the game. So I mean, D-Counter is cool, but I don't know, I'm not really feeling it right now. But I guess I'd say just a fodder card for a future mini box, because I don't know if they would add a card that does a effect like this in an NPC reward. So there you go right there. Now, for the rest of today's leak video, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of just Evo reptile monsters and dinosaur monsters. Just telling you guys this now, I'm going to mispronounce every single one of these cards, and all of these cards for my predictions is that these are either going to be cards used in Hasselberry's event as reward cards, or they're going to be used in his deck. So some of these might be attainable, some of them might not be attainable in his future event, but there you go right there. Nonetheless, so the first one we're going to take a look at is Evo Tile Griff Hero. I don't know. Nonetheless, though, this is a level 1 fire reptile effect monster. That states, when this card is destroyed, balance into the graveyard, you can target one Evo monster in your graveyard, especially when that target. This card is 200 attack and 400 defense. So this card is really good for summoning the Evo dinosaur monsters. Can't summon the reptile ones, but you can summon the dinosaur ones, so that's really cool right here. Gotta love that reptile dinos energy. Next one we have is Evilosaur Pelta. I don't know. Nonetheless, though, this is a 4-star fire dinosaur effect monster that has the ability, when this card is special summoned by the effect of Eotile monster, it gains 500 defense. If this card is special summoned by the effect of Eotile monster, then destroy a battle, you can add an Eotile monster from deck to your hand. So if you use the previous card that we just discussed about, summon this guy, give it 2500 defense, and then somehow if it gets destroyed, you can search out for an Eotile card. So that's cool right there. Next up, we have Evilosaur Darwino. I don't know, but nonetheless, this is a 5-star fire dinosaur effect monster. When this card is special summoned by the effect of an Eotile monster, you can target one face-up monster in the field, increase that target level by up to 2. This is a very weird effect. I don't really feel this effect. This card does have 2200 attack, 700 defense, so it has a high attack, but it is a 5-star monster after all. But yeah, it is kind of just like a whatever effect. There's a reason why it's normal rarity. Next up, we're going to take a look at Evo Miracle, which is a quick play spell card that states, target one monster that is special summoned by Eviotile monster. This turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So it's a good effect, but the fact that you can only use it when your monster is special summoned through an Eviotile effect makes it very handicapped, because you just can't use this effect all the time. But I mean, hey, giving your card a little bit more protection by battle card effects is pretty nice. So it's an okay card, but there's better alternatives in the game. And then last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at a card called Evo Branch. This is a normal trap card that states, target one face-up reptile monster you control, destroy it, and special summon an Eviotile monster in face-down defense position from your deck. So that card is very generic, so you could sacrifice any reptile if you want to, but still, you're going to want to use your other Evo-tile monsters. It would just make the most sense. But yeah, you can special summon another one from your deck face down defense position. Not too shabby. I can't really think of any good targets to summon with it, but it's still cool nonetheless. Well, everybody, that's going to be it for me in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Leak video. If you guys watched to the end of today's leak video and you have not already, be sure to go smash the like button on the video down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to go check out my previous video on the Truth Universe. I did a box review on all the UR and SR cards, and I'm not going to lie, I'm looking forward to that new box. So if you haven't checked out the video, go check it out. Nonetheless, though, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll go see you guys in the next one.